Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting, and today I want to use up the rest of this farm to table Cartabella kit. I have almost full pages of cut aparts, and then I have a bunch of these smaller pieces, and I have my little idea book. Whenever I have an idea for anything, I write it down in this book, and I found something. So we're going to make an envelope journal. So I have my We Are Makers 1, 2, 3 punch board, and yeah, I'm going to make an envelope journal. So what I'm going to do is, it's storming here. I have a panting, freaked out dog. It's thunderstorming, and there's people home. So I'm going to do a voiceover and speed up the next part because it's just going to be cutting, and I might actually just, skip over some of it. And then we'll get to getting the journal together. All right, let's get started. Okay, here we go. This is how you use the 1, 2, 3 punch board from We Are Makers to make an envelope. You find your paper size and you line it up and punch. Score down the line. Move your score to that little nub, punch and score again, and you keep doing that until you do all 4 sides of the paper. I will leave, like I always do, the measurements down below and what measurement it was on the punch board. Now we're going to take it up to the top and round our corners. And it looks like I mispunched. And through the magic of television, they'll all be done. So here we are, and I'm just going to fold in. I did fold it a few different ways when I was making the envelopes to see, excuse me, hold on. Sorry, I'm dealing with really bad allergies and I have a major tickle in my throat, but these voiceovers need to be done. I did check to see how I wanted the envelope folded, like the normal way like this or a different way, and I went with this way here. So I'm just creasing all my score lines and going to glue this envelope together using my favorite glue, which is the Bearly Art glue. And I put my pin in because if I don't, I lose my pin. I'm just going to press that glue down to get a good adhesion. And then we are ready to get started on the main body of this little ring-bound journal. So here are all the envelopes I made off camera. I figured you didn't want to see that. It was a lot of punching and a lot of scoring. Not going to lie, it took a good amount of time. And this is also, I don't know if I mentioned it in the beginning, using up the rest of this collection that I used to make something else. So here we are. I'm going to use my centering ruler again. I love this Tim Holtz centering ruler. It is in my Amazon storefront. And I am marking 1 inch from the center both ways, clearing out my crocodile and punching my holes. And then magically, they're all done. Love it. Don't you love it? Magic. If only it worked that way. So I'm going to pull out 2 book rings, and fun fact, they're definitely not big enough. I do change them out in a little bit, but I'm just putting these in some kind of order. What kind of order? I don't know. I think I'm looking, yes, for my front and my back piece. There were 2 envelopes that I mispunched, so they were just slightly bigger than the rest. And here I am trading in my book rings for bigger book rings. Once I saw how fat this journal was, I said, I need bigger book rings. Also, this is sped up 2 times, this part of the video. And now I'm just putting my rings through, and then you'll see I do take it apart and redo it. And why do I take it apart and redo it? Because I realized I wanted the pages to be like the flaps facing, and then you would have two that had no flaps facing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like then the flaps facing and then two blank envelope fronts facing when you would turn the page. I didn't want them all the envelopes facing the same way. I thought this gave it a little bit more interest than having them all facing the same way and everything coming in and out of the envelopes the same way. I don't know why I thought it was more interesting, but I did. That's all I'm doing is I'm going through and facing them the way that I want them faced and making sure there's not any, like, I don't know. I didn't want, there was not many like solids and plaids. This was a very busy collection. So now I have my cut aparts. This is all the cut aparts that were left. And hey, guess what? They're not going to fit because of those holes. But I'm okay with that. I made this to fit each one should fit a 4x3, but because of the holes, and I'm okay with that. I do then go through and cut white pieces of paper to go in there. You'll see that coming up. And then I'm looking for what I would want on the front cover of this little journal. So here's my white pieces of paper, and now I'm just going to go through and add some stickers on them. There were a lot of stickers. I didn't use a single sticker in my first project, so I had all the stickers left. And I am trying to go through my collections and rid myself of everything with the collection. If there are stickers left, I cut them up smaller and I put them in my sticker. I have a sticker container, and that's where they'll go. But for the most part, I would just want to get rid of everything. I want to use up every little bit of a collection and use my stash. So I just go through and I put little stickers on each of these, and these are perfect for journaling. That's what I would use these cards for. I would journal on the front where the stickers are, and then I would go in the back. The sticker actually was kind of pulled apart, so I'm gluing it down. Then with the next one, I pull up is also the same way, and I just glue it down. I would journal. So yes, I would journal on the front where the stickers are, and then I would put a 2x3 photo on the back. I think I mentioned this in my outro, how I would use this journal, and this is another way I would use this journal. I would do journaling about a favorite recipe on the sticker part. On the back, I would include the recipe or a picture, whatever. And then on the front of the envelope, other pictures or the recipe, something like that. That's how I would use this little journal if I was using it that way. A memory, a recipe, a photo, and it would be the cutest gift to give to somebody, a child, with all of your favorite recipes and memories. So here I am. I'm just going to stuff all my envelopes. I love a good envelope journal. Most people make them the same, and I'm trying to come up with other ways to make envelope journals. People usually glue them together or make a stacked. So I'm trying to come up with other ways to do it. Also, I would have cinch bound this one. That's how I would have done it, but I know not everyone has a cinch. So I did it ring bound to see how to do it ring bound, and I'm going to make another one. I have another idea for the same type of journal, but with bigger envelopes, and that one I will cinch bind so you can see how I would cinch bind one of these journals. So look forward to that when I get around to crafting again. I'm filming a bunch of voiceovers all in a row, and I do have some allergy problems right now, and I have not been feeling up to crafting. So I'm going to take this I think it's supposed to say Farm Fresh, and I'm going to glue it on some red so it pops off of the front cover. Trim that down and glue that on, and it is going to hang off of the envelope, which I also think gives it some interest. Instead of being stuck flat on the envelope. I mean, I could have trimmed this down and it could have been flat on the envelope, but I liked how this looks. And then I'm going to go through and I'm just going to decorate. I'm going to add these stickers for a little closure, so I'm going to powder the bag to get rid of the stickiness and glue that. It popped right off. Did you see that? It went flying. So I'm going to glue it down so it sticks to part of the envelope so you can tuck the flap in. There's another way I close these envelopes you will see in the final flip through. You couldn't really close it like that. I tried. And here we go. Okay, so here is just this little book. I think I need bigger rings. I wanted to show you that I did use Velcro dots. And these are all the stickers that I have left. Some of these were just too big. I may be able to fill in with some of these smaller ones, but I'm not going to. So let's do a little flip through. I used this red and white polka dot ribbon. And then, as you saw, in each one is a piece of paper, so I'm not going to open every one. We'll just flip through to see how it's all decorated. And then these were powdered, so you can get them out. Try not to laugh when you see the dog's nose. He has to be on my lap today. Okay. And that is it. Thanks for joining me in this video, and I hope you make something like this. My idea was you could put a photo and journaling, like your favorite recipes with pictures of your favorite food or your garden or something like that. And on here you could even put pictures. Even here you could put a picture, because you could put it down and it wouldn't be resting. You just pull up. So this would be a great little album for your garden or recipes, was my thought. Or even a kitchen makeover. Wouldn't that be cute? A little kitchen makeover. You could put your receipts in the envelopes, stuff like that. Let me know down below. What would you use this little album for? So, yes, thanks for joining me today. And like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.